Charles here and welcome to my channel. If you're new, hey, welcome to the family. If you're coming back from my previous videos, thank you for coming back. Also, if you hear screaming, that's my brother playing a game with his friends. But yeah, today I'm going to be talking about me and my love-hate relationship with my diabetes. I've been diabetic since May 2014 and I am type 1 diabetic. Let's go, let's get it. So the reason why I wanted to share this is because it is a huge part of my self-love journey, and it is technically the reason why I started my self-love journey. So how did it all start? How did diabetes come into my life? At the beginning, I lost a lot of weight. So this was like, I was very skinny, but I started getting like really painful spots around my around the joints on my arms, on my knees, in my fingers. And at first, when we went to go to the GP, they told us that it was something contagious. So like, I basically had to isolate myself from my family for a bit. One day it was just so painful that I would like I was just literally like crying in my bedroom. Is it St. James Cook Hospital or is it James Cook Hospital? I have no idea. But yeah, so they took me there, and they did tests on me, like blood tests and all that, and they found out that my cholesterol was really high, my sugar levels were really high, and basically what the spots on my skin was fat being stored in my blood and not my actual body, if that makes sense. I have no idea how that worked, but yeah, that's what happened. So then I had to go on a really strict diet. After like 6 months, was it 6 months or is it 3 months? I just can't remember, but it was a short time for me to be on that diet because everything went slightly back to normal a few months after me being diagnosed. But how this relates to my self-love journey and everything was I rapidly gained weight. Like, my mentality couldn't catch up with how fast I was gaining weight because obviously the fat that was being stored in my blood like obviously went to the normal places. So I gained weight really quickly, and like I went from being similar to the other girls around me to being bigger, like going from like a size 4/6 to like a 10/12 was kind of a big deal. Like, if obviously the numbers don't sound like it, but it was a big deal for me at the time because like, yo, I was only turning 14 at the time. I basically had a very low self-esteem, low confidence, and whenever I looked in the mirror I'd always like hate what I saw, and I know hate's a big word, but that's how I felt. Like, I literally hated the way I looked. In my head I'd be like, my diabetes is the reason why I'm so different from everyone else. I mean, being different from everyone else is a good thing, but at the time I was like, why do I have to be diabetic? Why can't I be just normal? Why does it have to be me who had to get diabetes? So yeah, it really just like affected me in a negative way throughout the years, but now I'm learning how to love it after 7 years of being diagnosed with diabetes. I'm finally learning how to accept it, and I think I was in denial throughout those whole 7 years of the fact that it's going to be with me for the rest of my life. So yeah, I'm learning that now, and I'm learning how to appreciate it, because without my diabetes, I 100% wouldn't be as concerned about my health as I am today. Like having to check my sugar levels, having to take thyroid tablets because I have low thyroid hormones as well. Like it's always a daily reminder to keep my health in check. It's also teaching me how to but it's helping me love myself the way that I am. It's helping me realize that I'm never gonna be the same as everyone else. I mean, no one is. We're all different. But my diabetes, my low thyroid, the fact that I used to have cataract in both of my eyes, thankfully I had surgery with that. I'll do a video about that as well. But yeah, it's making me realize that I'm very, very unique, especially with the way that I got my diabetes. I'm very, very unique. And even though I went through the negative emotions relating to my diabetes, I'm now going through the accepting it, learning how to improve it, learning how to love it, because it is a part of me and my life from now and forever. So yeah, so the reason why I wanted to share this is because loving yourself is really, really hard, especially when you've allowed those negative thoughts to take over for so long. But you have to know that feeling alive means to feel it all, which is actually from a book called Untamed. It's so good. It's by Glennon Doyle. Honestly, such a good book. That's what's really helped me with knowing that feeling the negative and knowing that life is going to be hard. Basically, we can't feel the positive and all of the brightness of life without the darkness of it and all the negative feelings. We all have our own pains. We all have our own things that we don't want in our lives. Whatever you're going through in this point of your life, just know that it's not the end. You will get through it. And there are people that you can talk to. Like, I'm sharing this video despite how scary and painful it is for me to talk about it, because I don't actually talk about my diabetes that much, and I just like play it off as a joke usually. I want you to know that whatever pain that you're feeling, you're not alone. Even if you feel like no one understands you and understands your pain, there are people that you can talk to, even if it is just a friend, an online friend, a family member, a counselor, a therapist, or even just your journal. Like, journaling has actually really helped me with writing a lot of my emotions and thoughts down, and instead of having them in my brain running around endlessly. To end this video, I want you to know that pain is a part of life, but that just shows that you are living. And I love every single one of you for listening and watching this video. Bye bye.